Alrighty, what's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here from This Demon 669. And as always, make sure you like this video, hit the subscribe button down below, and subscribe to my other channels. Links down below in the description box. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and smash that like button to death. And we are live on YouTube right now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this very late Friday night, check out my NXT review and my video on the revival being released from the WWE. Check those two videos out. Links in the description box. And watch them, and that's all I gotta say about that. Leave a comment, questions, whatever you want. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Alright, like I said, on this very late Friday night, April the 10th, 2020, or if you're watching from somewhere else, April the 11th, 2020, it is time for your late night Smackdown Live review for April the 10th, 2020 from the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. Now, this is the aftermath of WrestleMania for the SmackDown side, where we saw a new champion in Braun Strowman. And we also had Bray Wyatt defeat John Cena in a Firefly Funhouse match. Bayley retained her women's title in a fatal 5-way match. And we saw John Morrison and The Miz defend and retain their SmackDown Tag Team Championships. So, we'll see what's going on as we're on the road to Money in the Bank, our next pay-per-view on May the 10th. Which is still now on again. I mean, we heard from Elias, and he was talking about Money in the Bank. So, I guess it's on again. It's going to be at the Performance Center. So, it's going to be in another empty arena pay-per-view. But what are you going to do? They got to do something. Hopefully, the virus is starting to slightly go down day by day, even though the cases are going up and the deaths are going up and down. Right now, in New We're getting less hospitalizations and less people in the ICU, but more cases and a little bit more death, which sucks. And the same thing in New Jersey too. So, people like Cuomo and De Blasio saying that we've hit the plateau, on the downside of the plateau, but we got another 3 weeks of this national lockdown, and Trump wants to get the economy back up and running, wants to get people back to work, hopefully by mid-May, excuse me. So he's going to slowly lift the lockdown. I don't know about in New York and New Jersey if they're going to lift those. Probably not. But, the social distancing is going to remain in effect for probably the whole summer. So I'm probably not going to see good people at baseball stadiums and concerts and maybe restaurants, or little low-key restaurants maybe. We're not going to see anybody at Broadway shows or movies or anything like that for the foreseeable future until this fucking virus goes bye-bye, and hopefully it'll go bye-bye by June 1st. Who knows? But we'll see what happens with that. All right, let's get to SmackDown. And this is your SmackDown review for April the 10th. And SmackDown was a show. Not a really great show, but kind of a ho-hum show. We had Mitchell Cole and Corey Graves is back on commentary. So we missed Corey for a couple weeks. So that was okay. And that's pretty much it for that. So if you're watching on YouTube, join the chat, and hopefully we'll have a nice little discussion over the next couple of minutes, and we'll get that, and we'll see what happens with that. So join the chat. Maybe put out the link to Twitter. And hopefully we'll get some people coming in from Twitter.
Drop the link to Twitter.
Shut up. So put the tweet, put out the tweet now, and I could put. I guess I'll put it on Facebook too. I want to spend a lot of time on this video because I gotta go to sleep because I got work in the afternoon tomorrow. So, all right. So the links are there. So hopefully we get some people joining in the next coming minutes. And that'll be it for that. So let's start SmackDown off. So SmackDown begins with the new Universal Champion, Braun Strowman. And he comes out. He says, there's an old saying, when opportunity knocks, you knock on the door. And he says opportunity knocked at WrestleMania. He took everything Goldberg had, all those spears he took, and then he put him down for good. So he's about to continue on, and then we get Shinsuke Nakamura. He comes out, and I hate to say this, but Nakamura needs a mouthpiece. Because, he's like, I want an opportunity. You, Braun Strowman, oh, yeah. Oh. Stuff like that. He says he wants an opportunity since the last time they were in the ring, Strowman lost. That's kind of true. That was that three-way dance at the Elimination Chamber. So Strowman says Nakamura will get these hands later. And then Cesaro comes out. Nakamura attacks him. So they have a 2-on-1 attack. They beat up Braun Strowman, put him on his knee, stuff like that. And then they leave. But it was a pretty good promo, to start the program off, to hype the show up. So it looks like we're going to see, I thought we were going to see, we don't see it later, but I thought we were going to see Braun Strowman and Shinsuke Nakamura possibly for the SmackDown Universal title. But we didn't get that. And it was what it was. I could have done without the promo, but could have went to the match first, but it is what it is. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And we're going to move on from there. All right, then we get to our first official match on SmackDown, a rematch from WrestleMania. For the women's tag team belts, we have the champions Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross taking on the Kabuki Warriors of Asuka. Nobody is ready for Asuka. Sit my dick. And my second wife, Kairi Sane. And my first wife, Asuka, of course. The dynamic duo that loves to play with my balls all night long. So, match was all right. It wasn't like their WrestleMania match, which was pretty decent. So it starts out with Kairi attacking Alexa at the bell, working over. Then they isolate Alexa for a little bit, and then Alexa gets a cradle for a near fall. Then they go back and forth, and they're going like the camera shots. What the hell was that? The camera, like one looked like something from a movie, and the other ones looked like the live feed camera. I don't know what was up with the cameras tonight. They were just horrible. And so they go back and forth, and then Asuka and Kairi work together, tagging each other, and they double team for a near fall. Alexa counters with a drop kick, but Asuka cuts her off on the floor. Then she gets on the commentary table and starts doing some Japanese commentary. Don't think Asuka. Nobody is ready for Asuka. Easy peasy. Yeah, stuff like that. Welcome to Kana-chan TV. See, I'm trying to learn Japanese, but it's very hard. But that's what she said. But I digress. So after Nikki attacks, jumping off the announce table, sadly did not hit Michael Cole. She hits a high crossbody. As we go to break, we come back. Asuka has Nikki grounded, and they take care of Nikki for a little bit. Nikki counts into a sunset flip, get cut off. Asuka tags in. She follows with some kicks. Nikki then comes back. Asuka delivers some knee strikes until Nikki cradles off for a near fall. Then just a bulldog tags in Alexa Bliss, and then Kyrie comes in. Alexa's in control of Kyrie. She goes for the double knee moonsault and missed on the rebound as Zayn hits the interceptor spear for a near fall. Alexa comes back, tags in Nikki, and then all 4 women are in the ring. And then Asuka and Kyrie have Nikki up. They hit the Doomsday Device. And then Asuka locks in an armbar, though Michael Cole called it the Asuka lock. Botch! Then she transitions into the Asuka lock. But Nikki counts for a cradle for a near fall as Bliss made a save. Kyrie goes up top, looks for the insane elbow, but she rolled through. Nikki takes out Asuka, tags in Alexa. She hits the DDT and goes for the cover. Asuka pulls Kyrie to the outside. Asuka takes out Nikki with the ass attack. And then Alexa goes up top, hits Twisted Bliss onto the floor on both of them. She goes back in. She goes for Twisted Bliss again, but she missed. And she gets up and she gets pushed back into a corner. Nikki tags, blind tags in. And then Asuka Asuka and Alexa, they go to the floor. And while in the ring, Nikki takes Kyrie, hits the Purge, that swinging neck breaker, and finishes it off. And that was that. So match was all right. I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. The Mania match was a little bit better. So Alexa and Nikki retain, and we'll see what happens with them as we move forward. Really, there's no tag teams for them to face unless they bring back the Iconics, who I don't know where they are. So I think one of them is hurt still. I don't know. Who knows what's happening with that? And that's all I got to say about that. And we're going to move on from there. That's that. So once again, 2.25 out of 5 stars for the match. It was what it was, and that's that. All right. Then we hear the strumming of the guitar, and then we're going to walk with Elias. So Elias is on the perch, and he talks about his WrestleMania win over Baron Snorbin Corbin. And then he gets on his guitar, sings a little ditty called Walk with the King. And he talks about WrestleMania, talks about beating Baron Corbin. And then he starts talking about Money in the Bank and teases that he's going to win Money in the Bank. Is he even going to be in Money in the Bank? Or is he going to be a qualifier? Or did he just announce he's going to be in the match? I don't know. But I wouldn't be... put Elias in the match, make him win, it'd be nice. And then Elias cashes in on one of the champions. Hopefully it won't be Adam Cole if Adam Cole keeps the belt after his little thing with Velveteen Dream. Elias could be NXT champion like Charlotte did, but who knows? So he can cash in on any champion. Remember that. Could be Braun Strowman. It could be Drew McIntyre. He could do whatever he wants if he wins the Money in the Bank. If anybody wins the Money in the Bank, the women or the men, they can go for any champion they want. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So we'll see what happens with Elias and possibly going into Money in the Bank and see if he wins it or not, if he's even involved. And that was that. All right. After that, we get a video package of Otis and Mandy Rose, the new power couple, I guess you can call them. And then they showed Otis beating Dolph at WrestleMania, and Otis and Mandy, they get together. They shared a smoochy smooch, which wasn't really much of a smoochy smooch. I mean, I'll play some tonsil hockey there. Just gonna go, go wow, wow. Playing around with those tongues, if you know what I mean. That's what I would have done. But it is what it is. So we get that, and then we see Dolph Ziggler and Sonya Deville come out, and they start arguing with Corey Graves and Michael Cole, thinking it's funny, and Dolph starts screaming that it was doctored footage. Okay. And it's just screaming, and it's like, we know what Mandy wants. We're just trying to help Mandy, blah, blah, blah. And then Tucker of Heavy Machinery comes out and it says, well, I got some picks for you. And we see Mandy and Otis together. Mandy's lifting weights, and then Otis is lifting weights, and Otis is carrying a bunch of bananas because he has to keep his potassium level up or some shit like that. So Tucker says that, well, me and you, Dolph, we got unfinished business, and we're going to handle it right now. So we're going to get to that match coming up in a little bit. So I gave that little segment 2 out of 5 stars, and that was that. And we're going to move on. All right, in 2 weeks, we're going to get The Game, Triple H, and his 25th anniversary celebration. So that's going to be pretty damn good. Sucks it's not going to be in the arena where people, but we're going to see The Game, Triple H, celebrating 25 years of kick-assery. And that's all I got to say about that. So he started in 95. Now in 2020, kicking ass with NXT, 14-time world champion, leader of DX, and also of Evolution. That's all I got to say about that. He is The Game. Hall of Famer as well with DX, and not by himself yet, but he will get there probably in the next couple of years. And to join Shawn and all the others that have been in the Hall of Fame. But him going in by himself should happen in the next coming years. Same with Stephanie. Stephanie's going to definitely go in soon. So we'll see what happens with that. And by the way, the Hall of Fame, if you don't know when the Hall of Fame is going to be, it's going to be at SummerSlam. SummerSlam weekend. Whenever SummerSlam happens, I know it's in August, but if that's going to even happen at all. And where it's going to happen, I don't know. It's in Boston, so somebody says it's in the TD Garden Arena, which is probably not true. So don't listen to that jack off. I still think it's in Gillette Stadium where the Patriots play. So should be a good weekend if everything goes well. We can get people back up and going out to events that has more than 10 people. But right now it's April the 11th. Late Friday night, early Saturday morning, just turned to April 11th, 2020. So we don't know what's going to happen in the next 4 months. I'm hoping everything gets back up and running. We can go to restaurants and movies and concerts and sporting events. And people, wrestling fans, can get back to watching wrestling in the stands and everything. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully, we don't get SummerSlam and Wrestle Dynasty canceled this year. But signs are kind of pointing to it may or may not happen. But it's like I said, it's April. We got 4 months away. So hopefully, it'll be over by June or early July. But we'll see what happens with that. So in 2 weeks, we're gonna have The Game of Triple H on SmackDown. Should be pretty good, and it probably will be a big celebration. Maybe Stephanie come out. Maybe have Hall Nash and X-Pac come out. Like DX will come out. Well, most of DX will come out. Like X-Pac and And the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, will come out. Maybe Nash and Hall might come out. Who knows? But probably a lot of people that Triple H knows and has fought. Maybe Randy Orton as this voice will come out. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen in 2 weeks? But we'll see what happens with that. All right. After that, we get to Dolph Ziggler and Tucker in a rematch from last week. We have Sonya at ringside. And it's also with Tucker attacking, sending Dolph into the ring post, laying the boots to him, hits a suplex from near fall. Dolph comes back, gets cut off, and they go to the floor, and they brawl on the floor for a little bit. Tucker whips Dolph into the steps, but then Dolph comes back by breaking the eyes. Tucker slams him on the announce table. Sadly, then Michael Cole. They go back in. Tucker hits a power slam for a near fall. Then he hits a lariat and a high-cross body for 2. Then he goes for a charge. Dolph sends him right into the ring post. And then he takes Tucker and hits the super kick for the win. So Dolph Ziggler picks up the win. Continuing this little angle, with Otis and Mandy and Tucker getting involved a little bit. And with Dolph and Sonya. This feud is going to continue on. This angle is going to go on. This kind of like love story is going to go on for a while. Probably another 4 months, but we'll see what happens with that. So Dolph gets the win. Match was all right. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much all you got to say about that. And we move on from there. All right, then we get highlights of the Smackdown Tag Team Title Ladder match at Mania between John Morrison, I think it was Jimmy Uso, and Kofi Kingston. As we saw the match, I saw the ending where all 3 men grabbed the title, and then they ripped it down, and they were fighting on top of the ladder for it. And then Kofi and Jimmy push Morrison off the ladder, and he rips the titles off and lands on the ladder bridge. And he retains the titles for himself and The Miz. So, got that. So we saw that. If you missed it, and then you got the ending. That's all I got to say about that. And that's that. All right, after that, we get to our next segment with the Dirt Sheet. And with Miz and Morrison. Hey, ho, ho. Morrison makes sure to mention he retained the tag team titles by himself, while Miz says he retained from the privacy of his couch. Then they show footage of the Boneyard match between The Undertaker and AJ Styles, as Morrison jokes about not wanting to be buried. Hunter will have something to say about that, but who knows? He says it's better AJ than them. They also joke about Braun being a champion that actually shows up. That's good news. Then they talk about Cena finally not being able to be seen, and that's good news. And then they start singing their song, which is certified gold right now, they say. Miz and Morrison. Hey, ho, ho. And then the Usos come out to interrupt. They start mocking Miz and Morrison a little bit, and Miz gets offended, and Morrison doesn't appreciate their attitude. I don't expect you off the tie. So the Usos basically say they want a title shot, but Miz says, well, I'm not medically cleared right now to compete. And then they go to leave, and the Usos claim that Morrison carries the team. And then the New Day come out, Big E and Kofi. They want a shot since the original Mania match didn't happen. And then they announced that next week it will be Jey Uso taking on Big E, taking on The Miz, and for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Why? Why are we getting this again? Why? My head hurts. Why? Why are we doing this again? Can't you just wait another week or two and have the triple threat match that was supposed to happen at Mania happen. And instead we get, the the B side of the triple threat match. It's gonna be fucking boring. And Miz is gonna win and retain the belts. It's obvious. Excuse me. Oh, my drink's all the way on the other side. So it's just gonna. This whole tag team division fucking sucks on Raw and SmackDown. It just sucks. Wrong people having the titles. I mean, I don't mind Miz and Morrison having the belts, but I mean, just the way that they've been defending it against two stupid teams that shouldn't even be around. Just fucking sucks. It's fucking annoying. Really fucking annoying. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Yeah, then that's all I gotta say about that. Fuck the tag team division. That's all I'm gonna say. Fuck the tag team division. And that's it. Alright, then we get to our next match. We got the Forgotten Sons. With Wesley Blake and I forget the other guy's name. Wesley Blake and I forget the other guy's name. It'll come to me. The Forgotten Sons. They with Gunner at ringside, as always. They made their SmackDown debut. I guess they're on the SmackDown roster now. They take on the Lucha House Party of Gran Metalik and Lince Dorado. Whatever happened to Kalisto? He's like he doesn't fight anymore. Nobody cares because the Lucha House Party suck. So this was a nice debut for the Forgotten Sons. They came in and they controlled early until the Luchas pick up the pace with some double teams, battling back as Corey lied to us about the Sons dominating in NXT. Where did they dominate? They didn't win the NXT tag team belts. They lost in the Dusty Rhodes tournament. How did they dominate? Dominating maybe the catering table, but, dominating themselves from the back, if you know what I mean, but who knows? Nobody cares. Nobody really cared about the Forgotten Sons. I still don't care about them. And they'll probably get misused anyway. They then quickly cut off the Luchas, grounding Lince Dorado until he cuts off Cutler. That was his name. Cutler. Blake and Cutler. And Gran Metalik tags in, does a few Lucha moves. And just running wild. Blake cuts him off, and they hit a double stomp inverted DDT. Excuse me. Double stomp inverted DDT to finish it off. So not a bad debut for the Forgotten Sons, but, Forgotten is in their name, so they'll be forgotten in the next coming weeks. So nobody really gives two shits about that. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So I gave the match 2 out of 5 stars. And we're going to move on from there. Nobody gives 2 shits. And that's that. All right, then we find out that Dana Brooke and Carmella have challenged Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss for the tag team titles. Bliss tries to play it off, and Nikki says they can do it and accepts for them. And that's interesting. You put together somebody, and you got a new contender for the belts. Maybe we're going to start getting the women's tag team division started with some teams. Got Dana and Carmella. You still got the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi. You hopefully bring back the Iconics. Then you can have a semi-decent women's tag team division as long as they get defended on a regular basis. But so we'll see what happens with Dana, Carmella, and Nikki and Alexa. Should be a pretty interesting match, and we'll see what happens with that. So I give that 2 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right, after that, we get to a segment with the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley, don't give me a hug, and her friend, the boss, Sasha Banks. They come out. As always, Sasha looking. Bayley talks about Paige trying to ruin their friendship at WrestleMania, but she failed. Bayley says no one can touch her because she's beaten everyone. They're the best, the ultimate role models. And then Sasha says, screw you to the sheep, meaning the fans, I guess. Nobody from the past, present, or future can touch them. And then out of nowhere, Tamina comes out. Nobody cares about Tamina because she got eliminated first in that match. Nobody cares. So Tamina comes out. And Sasha and Bayley start, backing away. It's like, hey, Tamina, how's it going? Basically kissing her ass. Bayley then congratulates her on her Mania performance. Tamina tells him to shut the crap up. Well, shut up, basically. She says Bayley didn't beat her. It took all of them to beat her, so she wants another title shot. And she wants a title shot just for being, the loser. It's like, you lost the match. You want another title shot? That works. Anyway, Sasha makes fun of coconuts and says Tamina can't jump the line as Bayley holds her back. Okay. Bayley says Tamina can have a match with her for the SmackDown Women's title if she defeats her bestie, her best friend, Sasha Banks. And Sasha's like, what? So Tamina's like, yes, oh, yes. And she accepts. Sasha doesn't look happy. I wouldn't be too if you put me in a match. It's like, why did you pick me? Why didn't you pick somebody else like Lana or somebody like, somebody has no talent like Naomi? Put me against somebody else like Dana Brooke or somebody, Not me. But, it continues the teasing of Sasha and Bayley breaking up. I really don't like Tamina there. So Tamina and Sasha probably have a match next week on SmackDown. Tamina's going to win, obviously. And then we're going to see Tamina and Bayley again. Now, nobody gives two shits about that. Bayley will retain. And then eventually Bayley and Sasha will happen maybe at the next pay-per-view after Money in the Bank. Maybe be Extreme Rules or whatever the next pay-per-view after Money in the Bank will be, if there is another one after that. But we'll see what happens with that. But then again, anything can happen with Tamina and Sasha. I mean, Sasha can win clean or with help from Bayley, or Bayley accidentally hits Sasha, causing disqualification. But who knows what's going to happen with Sasha and Bayley at this point. But they're leading up to Sasha and Bayley breaking up. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And we're going to move on from there. That's it. All right, there we go. Your squash match of the week, which lasted 1 minute and 12 seconds. We had Sheamus fella taking on Cal Bloom, who is the son of Wayne Bloom, who is Prince Albert, if you didn't know that. Sheamus just beats the living bejesus out of this guy. 1, 2, 3, bro kick, finish. That's it. Fella! And that's all I got to say about that. So Sheamus comes in, wipes the floor with this jabroni. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So I gave that 1.5 out of 5 stars. Your squash match of the week. And that's pretty much it. and we will move on from there. All right, then we get part one of our retrospective on Jeff Hardy, to hype his return to SmackDown and the WWE. Whoop-de-damn freaking do. Well, basically his return to SmackDown. So whoop-de-damn do. We'll probably see part two next week. And that's that. And also, next week, we will have Miz versus Big E versus Jey Uso for the tag team belts. Sasha versus Tamina. And Daniel Bryan taking on Cesaro. And Naomi taking on Dana Brooke in Money in the Bank qualifying matches. So we're going to start the Money in the Bank qualifying matches next week, over the next couple of weeks. And we'll see who qualifies for the Money in the Bank ladder match, respectively for the men and for the women. But we'll see what happens with that. I wouldn't be surprised if it would be Bryan going into the match, but he's not going to win. So we'll see that. And if I had to pick Naomi and Dana, I would go Naomi. Because I think Naomi will, if Naomi wins, I think she'll go into the Money in the Bank briefcase match. I think she'll win the briefcase and then cash in on Sasha or Bayley. Who knows? So I think she'll be the next champion after maybe Sasha wins it, but who knows? But I think they're gonna give it to Naomi, and she's gonna be Ms. Money in the Bank and then cash in probably in the next couple months. That's all I got to say about that. So we'll see what happens with that next week on the program. That's that. All right. After that, we get to your main event. We had Blood Streaming taking on Shinsuke Nakamura with Cesaro at ringside. No Sami Zayn. Was an okay match. Basically the same Braun Strowman match you've seen over the past couple of years. So also with Nakamura attacking with some kicks, Strowman cuts him off and then starts tossing him around like a rag doll. Nakamura goes to the outside. Strowman follows him and starts beating him up on the outside. They go back in. Cesaro distracts him. Then Nakamura attacks him. Strowman quickly cuts him off on the floor as we go to break. We come back. Strowman's still in control until Cesaro helps Nakamura cut him off. Strowman then quickly counts into a side slam. Takes out Cesaro and hits a clothesline on Nakamura. Falls with some tackles on the floor. But as they go back in, Nakamura cuts him off with a knee strike for a near fall. He goes for the Kid Sasha! But Strowman counts into a power slam for the 1, 2, 3. So Strowman picks up the victory in his first match after winning the belt. Wasn't a great match. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. Sorry about that. And it was just an okay match, and that was that. But the aftermath was kind of weird, and I don't know why they're doing this, but okay. After the match, we get the Firefly Funhouse theme, and our good buddy Bray Wyatt appears, and to relive his WrestleMania win over John Cena. He says, "We really can't see you," obviously for John. He then congratulates Braun, has some flashbacks with the Wyatt family, I guess. Says Braun turned his back on him and the family. And then the puppets don't want Bray to forgive him. We didn't see the Rambling Rabbit. It was Mercy the Buzzard, Abigail, and Husky the Pig. And I think we saw Satan Vince McMahon there. I might have missed that. Rambling Rabbit was there and basically says Braun is a good guy. So Bray wants an apology. Braun's like, I'm not going to give you one. And then Bray's like, you have something I want. He's like, shh, that. So Bray wants the title shot. He says he brought Braun into this world and will take him out. And he's like, he gets all serious, like he's about to say, let me in. And then he's like, bye, Braun. Bye. And then Braun's like, hey, wait a minute, Bray. Wait a minute. And he's like, anytime you're ready, I will let you in. And then he starts laughing. He's like, bye. So we're going to get Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt probably at Money in the Bank for the Universal title. Not really happy about it. I think Braun could have faced somebody else because really now you're really fucking up Bray Wyatt again. Because Braun's gonna retain, and then he's really shining the belt up for Roman whenever he comes back. Could be months from now. I really don't think Braun's gonna be a transitional champion like he was with the Intercontinental belt. I don't think they're gonna give it back to Bray unless they're gonna do something with Bray and maybe bring in Sister Abigail. Who knows? I don't know. But it's really a bad idea to have Bray and Braun fight. I think it's a bad idea. Bad booking, bad creative. That's all I gotta say about that. Bray and Braun going at it. I don't like it. I don't. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. And that's all I gotta say about that. So I gave the Aftermath 2.5 out of 5 stars. But overall, SmackDown gets a 6.25 out of 10 for me. Wasn't that bad of a show. Could have been way better. But it was, their first live show in a while. And we're going to see a live Raw this week on Monday night. See what happens with that. Should be pretty decent. Not going to be great. Without the crowd, of course. And that's that. And my good buddy John Wright, he asked, Money in the Bank canceled? Well, I don't know. They're talking about Money in the Bank tonight. They talked about Money in the Bank tonight, and with Elias talking about teasing winning Money in the Bank, and them having qualifying matches next week. So I guess it's back on, but it's going to be at the Performance Center on May the 10th. So who knows what's going to happen with Money in the Bank? I don't know if it's going to happen or if it's not going to happen. I don't know. We're going to have to see in the next coming weeks what's going to happen. They had it on, then they cancel it, then they re-put it on earlier today. So I guess we're going to see on May the 10th what's going to happen with Money in the Bank. So as of right now, Money in the Bank is on. And we're just going to have to see what happens. And that's all I got to say about that. So thank you, John, for the comment. My good buddy, my good pal. Go eat a taco or something. I don't know. I'm joking. I kid. I play with you. He says, cool if it does. Go on. Yeah, it would be nice. We wish we would have been in an arena, but we're not gonna see that. And I don't, like I said, I don't even know who's gonna be in the matches. We know Daniel Bryan and Cesaro are gonna fight in a qualifying match. I would imagine that maybe Bryan will win that. I really don't think Cesaro should be in another Money in the Bank match like he was a couple of years ago. But he could do some damage, but who knows? I'm thinking I'm going to go with Bryan. And then on the women's side, you got Naomi and Dana Brooke. Obviously, I'm going with Naomi to win, go into the Money in the Bank ladder match. I think she'll win the Money in the Bank ladder match, and then she'll cash in on either Bayley or Sasha when their feud starts up, which would probably be after Money. Could be after Money in the Bank. Who knows? Going into the June, we'll have another pay-per-view before SummerSlam, and maybe at SummerSlam be Sasha and Bayley for the belt to put on a pretty good match. And then after the match, maybe Naomi comes in, attacks Sasha, and when Sasha wins it, and she wins the belt, or she'll hold the Money in the Bank Money in the Bank briefcase for either the rest of this year or going into next year, maybe hopefully cashing before WrestleMania. Which I think when Naomi does win, she's gonna hold on for a little bit and bide her time. We'll probably get maybe we'll get a little bit of teasing with that, but who knows? And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. All right, everybody, that's it for my video. I am going to go to bed because I got work tomorrow, and enjoy my day on Saturday. Gotta get the money that you wish you had, and yes, Naomi does deserve the belt. I mean, this is boring, but Bayley's boring right now. She's held the belt getting close to 1 year. And, her and freaking Becky Lynch are the most boring champions on that show right now. Eventually, Becky will lose. I don't know to who. Then again, Naomi could face Becky for the Raw Women's title, and Naomi wins the Raw Women's title. I think Naomi's going to win it again, either belt. I don't think she's going to win the NXT belt if she goes for it against Charlotte, because I think Charlotte will beat her ass. But who knows? Who knows what's going to happen over the next coming weeks? But yeah, Naomi does deserve to get the money at the belt, and hopefully they go with that, and we'll see what happens with that. So that's it for my review. I'm gonna go to bed, and woo to you, John. Woo! And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So thank you for watching. Once again, 6.25 out of 10 stars for Smackdown. The Smackdown in the books. And now the road to Money in the Bank begins next week on Monday Night Raw and Smackdown next week, in the next coming weeks, leading up to May the 10th, 2020, from the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So thank you for watching. Leave your thoughts and your questions down below in the comment section of this video, or hit me up via my Twitter page. Twitter link in the description box as well. So check it out. Follow me on Twitter. And if you're on Facebook, just type in Peter Gilmore. You'll find me somewhere, and hit me up with a friend request. Maybe I'll add you. Maybe I won't. Depends if I'm having a nice day or not. And you're worthy of being my friend on Facebook, and follow me on Twitter. And that's that. And also tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload. And YouTube can hopefully send out my videos to you. Because right now they're not doing it, which fucking sucks. So fuck YouTube. And that's all I gotta say about that. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Like I said, I'm going to go to bed. I got work tomorrow for a couple hours. And then I got the rest of the weekend off. I got Easter off, hopefully. But we shall see. Hopefully I do have off so I can enjoy Easter with Rosa. Have a nice Easter meal. And then a nice Easter day. And then begin the next work week on Monday morning with a long day. Going back to work. And then have a nice week of work. And then watch some wrestling. And hopefully we're getting closer and closer to the end of this fucking virus, and we can get the economy back up and get all these people that are out of jobs right now back up and running with their jobs. And we can get back to normal. But we shall see. I still think it's going to take a while. Even if Trump lifts the ban on April the 30th, I still think it's going to take maybe another 2 to 4 weeks before we're officially back up and running. I think by June 1st, we'll be back up and running. We don't have to, with little to no restrictions. Some of the city lockdowns will be lifted, and we can have a normal life. But we got to worry about the coronavirus going into the summer. Who knows what's going to happen? These people saying it's going to if the virus is gonna die and it's gonna go away. So we'll have another surge in October during the fall and winter months when it might come back. Who knows what's going to happen the rest of this year? But this could go into 2021, and hopefully it'll be over before the end of the year, so we can celebrate New Year's Eve in Times Square and other places. Go to concerts, because they're looking like we're not going to see a concert till 2021 at this point, but who knows? And wrestling events and stuff like that probably won't be seen for the rest of this year. Who knows? Hopefully that doesn't happen. We can go to see wrestling events at your local wrestling place, or at MSG or the Barclays Center or the Prudential Center or wherever it's going to be. And get to watch baseball in stadiums and go to movies and restaurants and nightclubs and bars, all the good stuff. And we'll see what happens with all that. So hopefully we're getting near the end of this fucking thing, so I can take this freaking "fuck this virus" tag off my video, so you don't have to see "fuck this virus" as the name on the nameplate or whatever it's called. And that's that. I can change it to something else. Maybe change it back to my name, or just change it to something cool. Who knows? And that's that. Tell Rosa to save me some tacos. Well, we don't have any more taco shells, I think. So you're out of luck, John. So go get your own. Sorry. That's all I gotta say about that. So that's it for my video. Thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Check out my revival video and my NXT review on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel. Subscribe to that channel and subscribe to all my other channels as well. Like this video, smash the like button to death, and share this video all over the internet. Leave your questions down below or via Facebook and Twitter. And that's all I gotta say about that. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm going to bed, and that's all I gotta say. Thank you for watching. Good night to John. Good night to everyone. Have a great weekend. A happy Easter if I don't hear from you guys before then. But I will be doing an Easter vlog on Sunday. Sometime Sunday. I don't know when yet. Depending if I don't have to work, I'll do it early. And get that out of the way. And if there's any wrestling news in the next 24 to 48 hours, I'll be here to give you news, and that's all I gotta say about that. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm out. Peace, bitches.